This is a quick video on phonemic awareness. And I remember what phonemic awareness is by the word him. So it's the ability to hear, identify, and manipulate sounds or phonemes. Something people often say is you know it's a phonemic awareness activity if you can do it in dark. So it should never be associated with letters or words. As soon as you associate it with letters or words, it's no longer phonemic awareness, which is the ability to hear. It becomes phonological awareness, which is the ability to match sounds to letters and sounds to words. So when we think about phonemic awareness, there are a lot of different activities out there. One really common activity that's very helpful is rhyme onset. And rhyme in this case is R-I-M-E, and it means the beginning sound, and onset means the rest of the word. So it's things like hearing b, at, and knowing it's bat. And so it might look like this with students. You might say, okay, k, at, the word is, and they say cat. And then you say og, the word is dog. The reason rhyme onset phonemic awareness activities are so helpful is because it helps kids to blend later. They're used to taking an initial sound and the rest of the word and putting them together. So that's a great phonemic awareness activity. The other one is rhyming. When we think about rhyming, so many times what we do is we assess kids instead of teach them. So we say a poem, or we say some words, or we show some pictures, and then we ask them which ones rhyme. Kids will get it if they already know how to rhyme. If they don't know how to rhyme, it's never going to help them to just keep asking them which words rhyme. I like to think of the analogy, if you are tone deaf and somebody plays any sort of instrument for you and they tell you to find a particular note and they play it for you and they say, stop me when you hear the note, and you never ever hear the note. The only way you're going to learn is if they play the note for you in isolation over and over and over until you can actually hear it. And then they'll say, okay, I'm going to play a piece. Tap me when you hear that note. So that's the only way you're going to ever be able to hear that note if you weren't able to in the first place. So with rhymes, it's exactly the same. So you have to do a lot of activities where you say the rhyme, they repeat. You say the rhyme, they repeat. And so it'll look like things like this. Cat, hat, they both end in at. And then you'll say go. And the kids just repeat you. And then you say dog, fog, they both end in og. And kids just repeat you. And so you just keep doing that over and over and over, and you do it in small groups, and you do it in whole groups, and you do it when you're lining up, and you do it on the way to the rug, and eventually they'll be able to hear it. And so then you can assess and say, which one of these rhymes? Or I'm going to read you a poem, and you have to find the rhyming words. Okay, the next one that's common is first sounds, and that looks just like the rhyming. It's the same analogy. Bat, boy, they both start with b. Dog, door, they both start with d. So I do the exact same thing. They repeat, and over time you'll be able to hear it. Another really popular one is segmenting. And so this is breaking down a word that's then going to be the beginning spelling. So you give a word cat, k, at, t. Okay, at first you will have to do it. You'll have to show them. You'll say, friends, I'm going to say a word, cat, and then I'm going to break it down. Watch me. At, your turn, go. K, at. So you'll do that a lot. I like to start with 3-letter words and 2-letter words. If you always do 3-letter words, what kids will start doing, if you say something like go, they'll do this. Go, right? Because they're used to always having 3 sounds. So I like to do 2 sounds, then I do 2 and 3 together, and then I add 4 sounds. I never go past that because it just becomes more difficult, and that's not how we end up spelling anyways. That is segmenting. Now, eventually you'll want to add oral spelling on top of it. So then you're taking a phonemic awareness and you're making it phonological awareness because you're putting the letter with it. So it might look something like this. You might say, and at this point, they should be able to segment by themselves after you've repeated it so many times. So you don't want to go on to spelling until they can segment by themselves. And so you'll say cat, get ready, go. K, at. Okay? And then you'll say just the first sound. Get ready, go. Good. And you'll say, what's the letter? And they'll say C. And good. Just the middle sound. Get ready, go. Ah. And you say, good. Do it again. Get ready, go. Ah. And you'll say, what's the sound? And they'll say A. Good. We're going to do the whole thing. Get ready, go. At. T, t. Good. What's the last sound? The last sound is T. Over time, you'll say cat, go, and they'll go at, and you'll say the first sound is, and they'll go C. You'll say the next sound is A. The next sound is T. So at first, you have to just break it down, but with time, you'll be able to put it together. And those are typically the most popular phonemic awareness activities.